Hey guys, how's it going? We're just out here camping. We're kind of on the east side of the Cascades here in Washington, just enjoying the beautiful view we have out here. And we got up here. It's kind of the top of a mountain, and it was a little windy, and it was it was sunny. It was really sunny and hot, and we decided, well, let's set up the awning. And so I thought it'd be a good idea to maybe talk to you guys about my awning. As you can see, it is windy. And it's still here. So starting with a few of the features on this thing, first talk about the ease of setup and the versatility of it. The website will show a lot of different ways that you can set the thing up. I just have it go off the back of my Jeep, but it works really great, and we'll go around and show you how I do that here in a minute. But it's fairly easy to set up. You really want a second person to help you, but you can do it by yourself. It just takes a little bit of work. Let's talk about the material it's made of. So it's real similar to what you'd find on most like Coleman tents. It's a pretty good material. We've got a few holes in it just from fire embers. See, one thing we like to do is we'll set a fire up right about here, right on the edge. That way when it's raining, we can kind of just sit here under the cover and still be warm by the fire. It does funnel a bunch of smoke into my Jeep though, so that is a problem. These awnings come with a bunch of these guy lines, and they're real nice. They've got these cinch deals that are really sturdy, and the lines are actually reflective, so it helps at night. I do like to take one of those cheap glow sticks and put it on the lines just so we see them and we're not tripping over them. So the other thing to talk about is these mosquito nets. You can look it up online. It'll show it with the mosquito nets down. I've never put them down because we've never really been in an area that's that bad, and I don't trust them. I don't think they'd work that well. I think that they'd be more trouble than they're worth. But you know what? If you've tried them, comment below and let us know. I do kind of have an issue. This is one of my complaints, is they need more of these ties to hold it up. However, a nice thing is on the corners. A lot of times we'll just throw a lantern up there or throw whatever up there, so it's just up out of the way. It kind of gives you nice little baskets. So let's talk about the size of this thing. It's very high. You know, I'm a little under 6 foot, and you know, right here I've got plenty of space. On my Jeep, sometimes it'll slump down a little bit, especially if it's raining, but it really isn't that much of a problem for me. But the size underneath it is really massive. We can fit, you know, a bunch of chairs under here, our table, and I can still have my kitchen set up here. When we're out on the trail, usually we set up the back end of my Jeep as a chuck wagon, and you know, we'll do a kitchen setup here and everything. So it's nice to be out of the rain, but it's big enough that we can store all of our chairs and everything under as well. So we really like the size of it, that we can actually fit everybody underneath it. You see a lot of the ones that are on the sides of vehicles, and they come out and they're really only 5 feet wide by 6 feet long. So this is really substantial. Kind of going along with the size, it's like how compact does it pack up? And we'll throw in some footage of that, but it's got a real, you know, small bag, about the size of a sleeping bag, maybe a little bit smaller, and it kind of just squishes into my stuff in here. And the awning itself actually fits real loose in there. It's an oversized bag for it, so you're not sitting there trying to stuff it or figure out the best way to roll it up so it'll actually fit in the bag. It's just, that's annoying, we all know that. The other thing to look at is just the versatility of this. You know, you might be clicking on this video because you're looking for this for tailgating, you're looking for it for freestanding, which apparently it does. So take a look at the website because it has all the different ways of setting it up. I always do the 2-pole configuration, but you can do a 1-pole configuration in the front, or you can set it up with 2 poles freestanding. You know, and it also works on almost every vehicle you're going to put it on. We've put it on our Xterra and it works great, and it actually almost works better because that tailgate kind of pushes up on this. So let's talk about how we set it up. First thing you're going to want to do is attach the point to your vehicle. Right now I have it attached to my wheels, but a lot of times I'll attach it into these grab bars or onto the headrest here. It's really wherever it works in the moment for me. Once I have that done, you want to get your poles in place. These poles actually come up and they've got a little nub in there that go through the awning. And what you want to do, especially if you're setting it up by yourself, is come out here with the pole and get it right about where you want it. Keep the base where you want it and let it just fall down. And then what you want to do is grab your guy lines and pull it up and it'll just kind of erect itself. I said erect. So once I got all my guy lines down and it's fairly even, that's the other thing. You kind of want to make sure it's kind of even on the vehicle, that it's not all off to one side, and that happens to me a lot. You run it down to the stakes. The stakes are actually very high quality. They're the highest quality out of any stakes I've gotten with any tent or awning or anything. They're actually very good. I'm still using them. I've got this tied off to John's Jeep right now, and that works great. And then what I do, these guys coming off of it, which I think are meant to go around like a roof rack. So actually this thing is probably a lot bigger when you have it a little bit farther back in the vehicle. But what I do is I attach some guy lines to those. I have them go up and over my Jeep, and I hook them onto my front bumper or my high lift jack. And you can kind of see what I was talking about a minute ago. If you look there on top of the Jeep, they're not centered at all because the whole awning's off to the left side a little bit there, but that's okay. It still works. It's still shielding us. Oh, look at that. Nice. We had a rough day on the trail today. You should definitely check out the video of this trip. We should have it up sometime around the same time we have this video up. We had a lot of fun. That Xterra did great on the trail. So once you get it kind of all rough set up, then you really want to tighten down your guy lines and make it taut. You don't want to do too taut, but you want to make sure that it's enough that it's not going to blow away and that it's not going to pool water. That is one of my complaints about this, is that it can pool water in the top if you don't really have it taut. What they really need to do is offer a 3rd pole that you can put in those scenarios, because they give you a spot to put one here. It'd be nice to put a pole here so that water doesn't try to pool here, but as long as you have everything tight, it really doesn't. It's not a problem. We actually ran into that the other night. I went over to the front of the Jeep and I tightened up those guy lines, and it was no problem. So as I said earlier, we've used this quite a bit, and we've had it in some high wind. We've had it in direct sunlight quite a bit, and a lot of rain, and it's held up pretty well. I have no complaints. You know, for the price, I expect that I'm gonna have to replace it probably in the next couple of years, and I might even buy one before this one goes out, just so that it's there ready for me. But I'm overall happy with the quality of the thing. You know, I haven't had any problems with any rips, any bad sewing jobs. You know how these things are. They're all made in China or wherever they are. So let's talk about the price. If you look it up online, you'll find this one for about $229. This is the Slumberjack. I believe it's the Slumberjack awning with, it'll say with bug netting. And then there's also another one for about $100 less, which is the Slumberjack Tarp, and it is more of a tarp design. It doesn't have those nice corners that you see. That one goes in for about $130, I believe, online, and this one I think I picked up for about $230, which is really a steal when you're considering, you know, looking at all the other options to the side-mounted awnings and whatnot. So, you know, if you're looking for an awning, you want a lot of space, you want some durability, and you want it for a good price, I really recommend this thing. I can't say enough good things about it. You know, the things I have to complain about it are really minor. I had to really kind of think about it. You know, just the extra pole would be great, and a few more ties here, but that's just really nitpicking at that point. So, but anyway, thanks for clicking on the video. Go ahead and scroll through the rest of our videos. We got a lot of great trail content, and we'd love you to come back. Thanks, guys.